Hey Welding students, this is Mr. Devine, your teacher librarian, and you probably are looking at something like this. These are your instructions for your digital portfolio project, and I want to show you how to get started with this. The first thing you want to do is click on this link. That will tell you whether or not you have one Google site. If you have one Google site, great, you're adding on to it. If you don't have a Google site, it's easy to get started. I'll show you how to do that at the end of this video. So you're going to click on this link and it's going to take you to a page that looks something like this, but it's not built yet. I want to build it right now. In fact, I'm going to delete what I have here now, just so you can see how I made everything. So your digital portfolio, when you're editing, it might look something like this with some tabs on the top. One thing I did is I went to Pages, and I'm making this underneath Student Resources, but you might create your page and put it under Welding or put it under CTE or something like that. So let's go to the instructions. It says you have all these things you need to do, and you need to talk about the theme, the structural and creative design, the fabrication process. You need to demonstrate some welding skills. You need to have a reflection. So let's start with this theme of the haunted house. I need a place for that. So I'm going to go to insert. You can insert a text box here. By doing that, this is going to be my theme section. I want it to have title text, and I've already looked at the instructions, so I'm going to show you how to set it up the best way so that your instructions are totally being followed. I'm going to double click down here. That's another way to put stuff in. I'm going to click text. I'm going to make it take up about half the screen. And this is where I will write about the theme. Then over here, I'm going to put another text box. It takes up half the screen. This is where I will write about my role in developing the theme. In addition, I can write about my connection to the theme. All right, and something that should be very clear while you're working on this, you need to keep track of videos or photos of all of these elements. This is going to be the visual aspect of your page. I don't have those yet, so I'm just going to put in a space holder, and I'm going to add an image, and I'm just going to search for an image icon just to kind of hold the place. So I'm going to add that later. I'm going to resize it a little bit. Copying it. I have all of these side by side. Uncropping them all so they all look nice and same size. And I'm going to put a divider with the insert tab. I'll put a divider, so that's my theme section. I'm going to add stuff to this later. Maybe I can recolor the background so it's obvious this is all part of the same thing. There we go, theme. What's next? The structural and creative design. All right. Double click, add a text box. Structural creative design. I want that to be title again. Over here, describe. My instructions for what I need to describe are right here. I'm going to answer those questions there. And then on this side, I need to talk about my role. And I liked this. I'll just drag it down here I'm going to click this duplicate section. So that copies all of these, and I'll just drag it down here. And I want this to be a different color. That'll help show that it's part of the same section. So now I've got these two sections: theme, structural and creative design. And now I need to do fabrication process. I'm going to stop talking at this point, and you can just kind of see I'm going to add the rest of the placeholders on my page for all this stuff. Okay, I've done everything I needed to do. I hit publish. Hitting publish is like saving this to the internet. When you do turn this into your teacher, you want to click on this little copy publish site link icon. That's the one that you want to share with your teacher. And actually, that's the one that I shared with you right here on this link. So now when you click that link, it takes you to the published version of this that you've just watched me look at. And right now this is all just blank. It's a blank template. I've just put in the places that I'm going to add stuff to later. You need to keep track of what you're doing. You need to take pictures, take videos to show your work with this. There's a lot of value to showing your work this way, not only for school, but also as you all are applying for jobs and moving on beyond high school. And that's it. I look forward to seeing your project. Oh, I promised at the end that I would mention where to create a website if you haven't done that yet. You can just hover over student resources on this page, and there's this getting started page. It talks to you about just how to begin your page. It's a pretty easy process. You probably already have one, but right here, this is the tutorial that you want to watch. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing what you create. Bye-bye.